In Nigeria, contrast and capital aren't enough. What truly separates the winners from the casualties is the quality of their partnerships and the depth of their stakeholder map. Consider the story of MTN. Despite being slapped with a record multi-billion-dollar fine in 2015 for regulatory non-compliance, MTN didn't pack up and leave. Instead, it doubled down on engaging with regulators, negotiated settlements, and invested heavily in community programs. Today, MTN is not only still standing, but leading the telecoms market with tens of millions of subscribers. Why, you may ask? Because it learned that survival in Nigeria isn't about avoiding government. It's about managing government relations as a core business function. Same old truth for foreign retailers. ShopRite's exit wasn't just about forex shortages. It was also about the lack of embedded local partnerships that could navigate Nigeria's bureaucracy and consumer rhythms. Contrast that with Spar Nigeria, run by the RT Group, a Nigerian company with strong ties to suppliers, regulators, and landlords. Their local credibility allowed Spar to expand as global peers were retreating. Governance and partnerships in Nigeria act like a shield. Without them, companies are exposed to sudden tax claims, regulatory whiplash, or community protests that can halt operations overnight. With them, company gains resilience, faster problem resolutions, and even goodwill that competitors can't buy. For executives, the real moat isn't just factories or distribution, it's relationships. Take, for example, government. Secure buy-in from both federal and state authorities. Anticipate policy shifts before they are announced. Local partners align with firms that bring not just capital, but credibility and networks. Communities engage chiefs, obas, youth groups, and local influencers because in Nigeria, social license is as important as your legal license. Here is the question for the board. Who in our current partner list has the political and social capital to shield us in a crisis? What KPIs tie our local partners' success not just to volume, but to compliance and trust building? Have we invested enough in community engagement to preempt disruptions? In many markets, strategy is about scale. In Nigeria, it's about survival through alignment. The companies that thrive are those that treat governance and partnerships not as side tasks, but as the foundation of their moat. The risking and phasing, how to safely enter Nigeria, is not a single leap, it's a series of calculated steps. Those who jump in with both feet often drown in complexity. Those who face their moves, test their assumptions, and scale only what works tend to endure. Think of it like oil exploration. You don't build a full refinery before drilling your first test well. That's not possible. In the same way, Nigeria rewards pilots, not plunging. The SMART playbook looks like this: 90-day discovery, map out regulatory bottlenecks, model your P&L with diesel fuel as a line item, and stress test against 25% inflation or sudden FX devaluation. Pilot entry, that is between month 4 and 9. Launch in 1 or 2 states. Focus on 2 or 3 core products. And dual source your inputs to reduce risk. If the pilot clears profitability under stress conditions, greenlight the capex. If not, cut losses early. Scale, months 10 to 18. Invest in the 2 bottlenecks that matter most, usually power and distribution. By then, you know whether Nigeria is a battlefield or a gold mine for your business. Companies like Indomie and Mofix didn't conquer Nigeria overnight. They piloted, learned, and they scaled with confidence. On the flip side, P&G, they launched a mega plant in Agbara. It is a reminder of what happens when you go big before you go local. Question for the board. What's our skill switch metric to stop a pilot before it bleeds? Which single product line can act as our wedge into Nigeria before scaling the portfolio? Are we ready to fund infrastructure like power, trucking, local sourcing? If the pilot proves the market's worth, this is a question you need to ask in the boardroom. In short, Nigeria rewards disciplined phasing over grand entrance. High risk, higher reward. If you adapt, Nigeria is not an easy market. It is a market that tests your patience, your cost model, and your adaptability. Many multinationals have exited Nigeria because they came with a copy-paste strategy, expecting Lagos to behave like London or Nairobi. But those who stayed and thrived tell a different story. Transition built phones for blackout nights, see in Phoenix. Indomie priced for daily cash shoppers. Dangote built power plants and truck fleets when the state could not. Spar Nigeria franchised with local partners instead of flying blind. The pattern is unmistakable. Nigeria punishes rigidity but rewards resilience. It is a market where every challenge can be converted into a moat if you are willing to adapt. For business leaders and investors, the real question isn't, is Nigeria too risky? The real question is, are you prepared to adapt faster than our competition? Because if you are, Nigeria isn't just another frontier, it is the opportunity of a lifetime.